Do you agree with Ciro or not?
I don't agree with him.
You don't agree with
yes,
him.
I don't agree with him.
Hold that one for me. Hold this. Joel,
Oh,
do you agree or you don't agree?
that it is
What Ciro said.
yeah, to a large extent I agree with it.
You agree.
Yeah.
Okay, now Harry, let's go. I'm listening to you. You said you don't agree. I want to know why you don't agree.
Yeah. First of all,
Mm,
it is not just a team that makes up a league.
definitely.
A league is made up of players and clubs
Yes.
who are competing. Now, if we all want to say that,
Can you kindly speak into the mic? We want to hear what you're saying.
oh, can you hear me, please?
Harry.
Yeah. So if we are saying that because you are playing 36 degree, 39 degrees Celsius, so the league is competitive, for me, I think it's flawed. When you look at the Chinese Super League, they started something like this, bringing players into China. At the end of the day, we didn't see the impacts on the Chinese national team.
Mhm.
We didn't see young players from China excelling. That means they lacked something. Zero has gone to Saudi. For me, I always say it's a retirement package because that place, you are free to do a lot of things. The league is not competitive because when you strike the average teams with all the teams that are there, you will know definitely that the league is not on par with even the MLS. I'm using the MLS because the comparison has drawn down to Ronaldo and Messi moving to MLS and Saudi. Now, you look at TV rights, you look at young players, you also look at, in Europe, because something, the goal coefficient, that is what Mbappe used to win the European Golden Boot this season. When you look at how they calculate it, in Saudi it's different because you can score a lot of goals there, but it doesn't match up with, even if you score 20 goals in the top 5 European league, right? So if you are saying that, because I don't get the basis on which he is saying that the league is top 5, unless Joel explained that to me, then I can reply Joel. But
Okay.
then I am saying that for a league to be considered among those type of league, it's not just word of mouth. The revenue must count. The players that you are producing must count. But then when you look at the Saudi Pro League, how many players do they produce that even go out of Saudi to other leagues to go and shine?
But yeah.
I can't remember any name. You understand? So it's not just about me coming there to come and play and earn a lot of money that to make the league top 5 leagues. No. All right, let's establish the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is already an established player
Yeah.
before he went to Saudi. He's won the Ballon d'Or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that pedigree as one of the greatest. Let me see, the greatest of all time to me. But the assertion that because he plays in 39 degrees Celsius, so the league is top 5, for me, is flawed. So I want Joel.
Okay, so Joel,
before I comes in
to
again,
a large extent,
You see-
you said you agree. So
You see, understanding the question
it's part of
is part of the
The answer.
exams. And you cannot disagree with somebody if you don't understand what the person said.
okay.
Now, for you to even mention MLS, we are not joking here. See,
Yeah, sorry.
the players in the Saudi League, you see, and let me start with the Chinese example. China, the players, China didn't sign top players. Let's get this straight. China, when they signed Hawk, nobody wanted Hawk. When they signed Asamoah Gyan, which big, and you see, no disrespect to
yes,
my
I
legend,
understand.
Baby Jet. But at the time, even Asamoah Gyan went to Dubai before. Even Shanghai SIP. When they signed Oscar was an outcast at Chelsea. Who? They signed Tevez. Which big names went to China? You see, I want to place it on record that that whole argument that players are going to Saudi Arabia because of money, somebody should educate me. Why would was Sandro Tonali? Why would Sandro Tonali leave AC Milan and come to Newcastle? Why? Was it not because of money?
Well,
because Newcastle doubled Sandro Tonali's money.
yeah.
The reason why Europe, Premier League and La Liga, they are angry is because the Saudis are outpaying what they can pay. The Saudis are showing them that money is good, but too much money is better than money. Now, when it comes to a league being top, see, popularity of your league, the number of people who watch your league. So that was Ronaldo's argument that now we are in the conversations. Now, and I don't want to mention the brand because they are not sponsoring this program. They are a broadcast company. If you go on that app, people are watching the Saudi Pro League more than French League. And as it stands now, in terms of viewership, there are only 4 leagues better than the Saudi Pro League, which is the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and Bundesliga.
Okay.
League One, the Dutch League, the Portuguese, they don't come close. Now you see, the players who are playing in the Saudi Pro League, they are still N'Golo Kante is still starting in the French national team. Aymeric Laporte, if Laporte is fit, he's the one who plays at the back line for Spain. Benzema, he decided to retire from the French national team. In fact, Milinkovic-Savic, at the time that he moved to Saudi, Madrid, they were interested. Chelsea interested. Liverpool interested. United. So you see.
So it's not like a retirement thing or
no.
Yes. Okay,
the Saudi Pro League, they signed Ronaldo, Benzema, and the likes to be the ambassadors for the league.
I understand that.
But they've signed equally good players. This Portuguese guy, Neves.
João Neves.
No, not João Neves. Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves can compete in most of the big teams in Europe. So the Saudis, they are doing something that the Chinese didn't do.
Yeah.
You can say it is money, but in life, every single person is motivated by money. They might not tell you.
They might not be able to say it up front.
They might not be able to say it, even though some people are more greedy. But that is why we work.
We work for money.
We work for money. So if at the end of the day, if I sit down and say, oh, okay, so you are giving me 1,000. This person is giving me 1,000. What's this? But you see, previously, when the Chinese people were spending money left, right, center, where people were media houses or sports show discussing the Chinese Super League?
No.
But now they sit on Sky Sports, they sit on the BBCs, where we are sitting here on Game On
talking about
the Saudi Pro League. Have we ever discussed the Portuguese League before? Have we? So you see, when we say a league is the Premier League becoming the best and all that was PR. Say we are the biggest. Every time be in the media conversations. So that is, getting media mileage, forcing the media to talk about you. It puts you in a conversation. The people who sit in England and then they try to rubbish the NIs because of money. But they sit on their shows, discuss games in the Saudi Pro League, but they never discuss games in the Portuguese League or even the League 1. Okay,
so there's also the argument of so much money being thrown at that particular league, and so people are talking about it because of the famous people in there, like Ciro. You get what I'm trying to say?
It's not,
I'm coming. I just want to land so that you can tell me if this is wrong or not.
Okay.
And that so much money is being thrown at it. Famous or popular players are being brought in to play, but it's not necessarily about how tough the league is. That's not what is given. The league that popularity. People are just talking about it because they have popular people in there that interest them, and then the money.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Is the Italian Serie A competitive? Is it a strong league?
I mean,
Is the Serie A a strong league?
of course,
Is it a good league?
Yes.
Why is their global viewership going down?
okay,
Because they don't have stars in the league.
true.
You are a fan of La Liga. Do you know that viewership for La Liga has reduced without Messi and Ronaldo?
It will.
Why?
But
Because you need names to sell your league.
yes, so I want to
Regardless,
ask
the
you.
star power is
So,
important.
So
I want,
because-
I want to
Yes.
I want to ask
Yes.
you the viewership for the Saudi Pro League.
Yes.
I want to tell you that Al Nassr matches are watched most. You can't say that of Al Ittihad.
No, she.
No, let me land.
Okay.
Now, when you are looking at these things to measure a league's performance, you don't use Al Nassr alone. You use at least top 10. And if I want to
Which
give
is,
you,
do you
if
know
you
why in the
mention-
league?
if you mention
do-
top
no,
10, if
do
you
you
mention
know
top
why
10,
in the La Liga? Do you know why in the La Liga, Barca and Madrid they take 50% of the TV rights?
they are the biggest clubs.
They are not the biggest club, because they control 50% of the viewership.
Yeah.
So are you going to say that because a Madrid and Barcelona games are watched more, so because what?
But you can't use Madrid and Barca games alone
Which ones
to
again?
rank the league.
No,
That is what I'm telling
no, I'm
you.
saying-
Now, you
They
see,
are the ones.
I
You
want
see,
to speak with facts.
okay.
So I will ask producer, please display exhibit 1 for me.
Yes.
I like that.
Let me put this on record.
Exhibit 1.
That you are using average team power rating, right? Average to measure the league's performance. I want to see it on the screen, then I can rank you through, or I can take you through the ranks.
Ranked
Saudi-
by who?
Opta Juice. You know Opta, so
Yes.
very good. Now look at the English Premier League. Look at the Italian Serie A. Look at the German Bundesliga. And then look at the Spanish La Liga.
Wait. League average team power rating. What type of rating? Because
So I am telling you that this rating, the league rating.
rating about what?
So this is top 20. Look at
No.
Read
You
the
see,
headline.
No, wait.
No.
I'm
Let us not confuse
We are not
viewers.
convincing anyone.
League average team power rating. Rating about what? Attendance, TV right. What is this graph?
So
What is this graph saying?
So you should allow me land, right? Now this is the league average team power rating, top 20 leagues. No, sorry, top 20. Now when you take the top 20 teams, the performance includes it. So
Which
I have
performance?
the
Let
performance
him
on the
finish.
pitch.
Let
What
him
is performance? I'm not talking about. I'll come to revenue for you. I'll come to revenue.
This is
I'm mentioning performance.
No, I'm saying that this is
So
a big stat because
Wait.
league
It is-
average rating. Because if you are conducting, you are doing ratings.
Yeah.
You are doing ratings. If you say that, put it back on the screen again. If you say that league average team power rating, so the subheading is top 20 leagues by average team power rating. What is that average team power rating?
So I'm explaining is that
Let
if you
him
say-
finish,
If you
then
say
let's see
something
if we
is
get it.
average, right? You strike the top performers and then the least performers.
No, I think
So
I get
the-
where Joel is coming from.
Okay.
Average.
Yes.
Okay, fine. You have struck an average
Yes.
of the team power rating.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we need you to
Yeah.
break down.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
which team,
Well,
like
no,
which
so-
team? Is
so-
it the top teams in the league that
Yes.
are
So-
using as
so
the
when-
sample size?
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying
when
that-
you mention the first on the list is English Premier League.
Yeah.
Yes.
The English striking the average team, you know that you have top 10 performers.
Okay.
You strike it with the least performers of the English Premier League.
This
Then you're able to get that. The
I think
English
I
Premier
understand
League-
him. No, relax,
you don't
relax.
need to understand. You
I
don't need to
understand
understand
him.
because the
I
argument is
understand
to your
him.
point.
No.
Because if you're talking about, listen,
Yes.
if you're talking about a league, right? you have to embody every single team
single
in that
club.
league. Do you agree
Yes.
with that?
Yes.
You agree. Once you agree with that, if there's an average of the power of a team or teams in the league,
Power
I'm
in
coming.
terms of what?
Okay, and I'm saying that relax. Oh, Jesus. Let me explain what he's saying.
Yes.
Then you can get into your arguments, right? Now, if you're looking at the top teams in a league against the
Bottom
teams that are
teams.
not doing
Yes,
well, and they
the
put
weak
them
teams.
together,
And you
then
strike the difference.
the power of, okay, these teams are better or these teams are not better.
Yes.
The strength of that league is the average of
Yeah,
both all the teams that's doing well and those not doing well.
So
If you strike the average, that
the
gives
question I am asking that you guys are not explaining it
understanding
for me is that
okay.
power ratings in terms of what are the indicators?
So-
is it the points accumulated in the league?
So-
is it money?
No,
By
but is it
goals,
attendance?
okay,
What?
okay. I get that.
But what measures a club's performance during the seasons?
I feel
It's
it's
the
all
points.
inclusive.
The points and performance.
No.
So when you talk
No,
about
no,
why will you say
It could
that?
be all inclusive,
Yes, so
really.
why will you say that?
see,
Because what we're talking
see,
about also includes TV, popularity,
I already
performance.
said that. I said that
if
I'll
we
come
say-
to revenue.
If we say
I mentioned I'll come to revenue.
yes, and I'm saying
So
that
is that separate from what you've showed us?
it's
no,
separate.
and I'm saying that
The
this that
revenue,
you showed.
revenue start is separate.
No, I'm saying that this that you showed.
Yes.
The power rating
Mm-hmm.
is it the points accumulated at the end of playing just the football on the field? I want to understand your exhibit 111 so that when I'm tackling it, I know what. So the first exhibit that you showed,
Yeah.
the power rating, because I've not seen the write up.
Okay.
You are interpreting the graph for us.
Yes.
So my question is, the power rating that you are talking about, is it points accumulated or what?
Right. Let me ask you this.
No,
If a team,
no,
if
don't.
I tell you,
Don't shift the post.
I'm not shifting the
I'm
post.
saying that
I'm
is
coming
it-
back to what you're
no,
asking for.
Don't be a Ghanaian.
No.
Don't
I'm
be a
not being.
Ghanaian.
I'm not being.
So he should be
Answer
what?
the
I should be
question.
what? I should be what?
Because we are having a discussion.
Yeah.
If I ask you a question and you answer with a question, it will be back and forth, and we won't close. I'm saying that the exhibit that you showed,
I'm
and
saying-
please let us have it again.
Let's have it.
The exhibit.
I am not
okay.
talking about money power here.
No.
I am telling you performance of the clubs.
And I'm saying that performance, are you talking about
And I have-
points accumulated? It's a
but
simple
what
question.
ranks a team's performance?
No.
If you say you're performing
Oh.
well, what curtails it?
You see, that is the reason why
No.
at the
If
end
you
of
say
the
you're
year,
performing, you don't use possession.
financial statement is also performance.
It is not part. I've not stated the revenue yet, my brother.
So you see, what
I
he's
have asked you
saying
a
is that
question. The graph you
see-
showed,
Yes.
the average team power,
Yes.
is it points accumulated in playing in your league?
Yes, it's your league.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's
say
it.
and-
No, but how can you say in your league when I'm mentioning
Oh.
English Premier League?
no.
So it's league by league.
Per the leagues
Per
that
the
have been
league.
stated.
So if you have English Premier League, number one, if you are striking the average, you
Yeah.
are taking the top teams in the league, striking with the bottom leagues. The
I
bottom
think
teams.
I understand where Joel is coming
No,
from
now-
because it should be a bit more specific to performance with regards to
see-
team without revenue. You get what I'm trying to
Revenue
say?
is not part.
But it doesn't say that revenue is not part.
No,
It's
that
very
is why I made
vague.
it clear
You see,
that
if-
revenue
if-
is not
So
part.
he's saying revenue is not part.
If
So
you
let's
go to
go.
court
Oh,
and
come
the
on.
opposing counsel submit an exhibit,
Yeah.
you can call on the judge to strike it out because this is flawed because
It is not flawed.
it is flawed
Because you refuse to listen.
No,
You
because
know what?
I made
no,
it clear.
I'm
Joel,
saying that.
Joel,
No, I'm
you
saying
Joel,
that.
refuse to
let's
listen.
let him finish.
No,
and
I'm saying that
you
it
know
is
when
flawed
he's
because
done.
some teams play in 20-man league, others play in 12-man league. So what point accumulation are
So
you
if
talking
you are
about?
telling me some played in 20-man league.
Joel, relax. I totally get where you're coming from now. I think I see the vision. Let Harry land, and we know that he's come with the full
Let's-
argument,
let's-
and then we can dissect and
Let's
throw away
proceed.
what we need
Now,
to.
Exhibit 1 won't be accepted. So
the distance back, and then let's go. Now, all the leagues on this chart, not all of them play 20-man league, but the stats was able to give us the statistics. When you go through, you yourself will identify that not all these leagues are 20-man league, but there's no Saudi Pro League here. And I'm telling you that when you talk about the TV viewership, you can only talk about El Nassr that people are watching.
show your exhibit.
Oh, but you've seen it on. I've already
Is
explained
Is that it?
Are you
This
done?
exhibit one. No, I'm
No,
explaining.
so
Relax, let me land. No, relax,
Oh.
let me land. Don't cut me, let me land because I'm building point and I have point stats to
Okay.
show you. for you and your zero to know that you don't just talk that somebody is watching your league or you are earning money. That is why you should be considered the best league in the world. When you are calculating for
please don't misquote him.
Top 5 league in the world.
Don't misquote him.
Oh, my brother.
He never said the best league. Don't misquote him. That's why I'm saying that if you want to talk about somebody, say exactly what the person said.
Right. Saudi Pro League is not part of the top 5 leagues in the world. And I even want to draw your attention to this fact that 2000, when Accra Hearts of Oak won the treble and even went on to do wonder things, they never came out to even say they want to be part of the top 5 leagues in the world. To talk of NSR team that cannot even compete.
No, but I don't think you can do that.
You are comparing apples with oranges.
Yes.
We are talking about a league that is 33rd on the list to top 5 leagues in the world. And I'm telling you that.
Okay, this will also give me the question of how recent was this study done?
Yes.
How recently?
Good. So this research is by 2023.
Oh, come on.
So wait.
Let's
No,
see,
even
no,
in 2024. In the 20 no.
You see,
no. The 2024 5 rating says that Saudi Pro League is 33rd.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is it?
Well,
You didn't check. Check Opta Joes.
No, I asked where this one is from.
You come
No,
to
this
court.
is Opta Joes.
You come to
Now
court.
you are confusing
You
us.
come
I
to
want
court
you to be clear.
with old documents to come and
but which document is Zero used to measure his?
Make your point.
As in which document is he using to measure
You
his?
see, that's why we're saying that don't come at him. He said that's his opinion and it's
You
not going
brought
to change.
documents.
He didn't say that it is a fact. He said it's
But
his
he is backing
opinion.
him. And I am telling
Because
you,
that he
brought
agrees with
documents.
him.
Then Zero was there.
But you
was
are
there.
bringing hard evidence.
Yes.
These people are talking about opinions. They are saying that at this point, they strongly believe with regards to the TV viewership and a few other facts, contributing to the fact that
TV viewership
I'm
as
coming.
at when?
that as a recently, but you know that
By
we
who?
can't
By who?
we can't have a study down and now
Oh, come
about
on.
things like
So
this.
you don't use your mind to say it.
That
You
is
see?
why you went all the way back to 2023,
To bring
2024.
stats, to let them know.
Exactly.
Yes.
But as something that's happening currently, he's foretelling you something that he's experiencing. So we would have to wait to have those stats come out. But for now, let's have your exhibits and still make sure that we have a clear argument. Do you get
Now,
me?
if you tell me,
if
you
the
tell me.
exhibit that you are bringing is still 2023, then we cannot accept it.
Why can't you accept it?
Yes,
The
because
club
it is
they are
outdated.
playing. Which criteria did you
No,
select the teams?
it is outdated.
Let me ask you. The Club World Cup.
We are not talking about
What
the Club
We're
World
not
Cup.
talking about Club
No,
World Cup.
No, we are not talking about the Club World
I am
Cup.
backing my point with a fact.
It is not.
And I'm
Okay.
giving you a scenario. There's a precedent.
It is an
And I'm
outdated
asking you.
fact.
So I'm asking you, what criteria was used to pick the team for the Club World Cup?
What
are you saying? No, if you are telling me 2023 is outdated, when teams were selected from 2021, then I don't get your point.
What is this gentleman talking about?
I don't get your point. Club World Cup had teams winning the Champions League in 2021-22 participating. Those were all criteria they were factored in. So you can't tell me that I cannot use.
You see, again, you are comparing apples with oranges because Club World Cup, when they did the launching, the rule establishing the Club World Cup, they said that it is going to be a 4-year tournament. So within that 4 years, if you win your continental trophy, so if Liverpool had won the Champions League this year, Chelsea wouldn't have gone to the Club World Cup. So within that 4 years, if you win your continental tournament, you've qualified. It is a law. You can't compare it with making an argument in 2025 and using facts and figures from 2023. Who does that?
Where you don't have facts, because you are speaking of with assumptions, because you assume
which
you
assumption?
assume that people are watching the Saudi Pro League because you don't have any fact to back it.
See,
So you are assuming.
what I don't want to make it look like I'm picking sides because I'm not picking sides. I'm using what you're saying to explain for both of you to understand.
Yes.
You are using stats from 2023,
Yes.
which are facts.
Yes.
These statements made by Ronaldo and Joel are saying that they are looking at little things which are also facts in its own right, like having very popular sports shows talking about the Saudi league when
Week in, week out.
at the time that you are talking about, the time you're bringing these stats, at that time the Saudi league wasn't in conversation.
It was because
It
Ciro was
wasn't.
still there.
It was
Come on.
no, it
When did Ciro
wasn't.
go to
It
Saudi?
wasn't in no. We're not talking about when he went. When he went, of course, is the beginning.
No, but
We're
when he
talking
went, that
about
was when
it's
when
been
Ciro
2.5 years,
Oh,
right?
come on.
It's been
See,
2.5
we've
years.
seen this in the
It's been
Serie A.
2.5
We've
years.
seen
At
this in the
this
Serie A.
point,
When Ciro joined Syria, we saw the TV rights shooting up. So what is he saying?
shooting up doesn't mean shut up. It's two different things.
Good. So you can't
It's on a rise, and
so,
at this point, it has risen. That's what they are saying.
So he is still asking me that is the Italian Serie A still competitive when Ciro left?
Is it?
It is.
It is.
But-
Do you agree?
But
Allow him to
the
finish.
TV rights has reduced. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me when you've signed a 2-year contract that you are anticipating that by 2034 the viewership will still be how it is. No. If you are telling me that you are anticipating, then say you're anticipating. But if you say in your view,
you see,
oh come on.
again, you can't make an argument because you think tomorrow something will happen. No,
But that is what Ciro said.
we are sticking with today.
But that is what
No,
Ciro
he's talking
said.
about presently.
No,
He didn't
Ronaldo-
talk about the future.
Ronaldo-
He
said-
mentioned it.
wait,
Play the video again.
again.
He mentioned
Again,
it.
well, Ronaldo
By
said that.
2034.
No, he said by
I didn't hear that part.
2034, which is the World Cup.
Yes.
Saudi Pro League will be competing with the very best. But he said, as it stands now,
But that is what I'm
it is-
saying.
no, that is
No,
not what
that's
you're
not what
saying.
you're
So if-
saying.
no, but he is anticipating the future.
Oh, radiation Christ.
Because I don't get your point, man.
You see,
I don't get
It's an
where you're
accent
coming
for
from.
me.
Yes.
I
Okay,
don't
so
get
you
the
see-
point.
quick one.
Yeah.
You also do entertainment. So let me ask you,
Yes.
what is your definition of a hit song?
A hit song.
Yes.
It has to be viral. Everyone should be on the lips of everyone. People should be listening to it.
Yes.
Should be a back to back. You step in town,
Yes.
you hear it, you see
People
it.
are talking
People
about
are talking
it.
about it.
You go
Streaming
to-
numbers are
you go
going
to
through
pubs.
the roof.
Yes.
Yes.
Currently, and again, I don't want to mention the name of the brand. They are the ones who have the right to show the French League,
Yeah.
Portuguese, and then the Dutch League, including the Saudi Pro League. If you go, download the app. When you download the app, now you see favorites. It is not teams, so the league that is on top, people are subscribing to watch more. It is the Saudi Pro League.
Now,
I have a question for you, Harry.
okay.
It is the Saudi
Do you
Pro League.
believe that or even for both of you, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that Messi has also elevated the MLS?
Yes.
Okay. So you agree that it has more viewership, it's getting more popularity, and it can be considered as one of the great leagues, or maybe if it had a position of maybe, I'm not saying that's a position.
It's
I'm coming.
assets,
It has a
assets.
position of maybe 20. It's possible that as Messi joined, it would have shot up to a 10 or a 15 or something.
As at 2023,
Mhm.
the MLS is 9th on the league on the table.
Okay.
On-
Prior to Messi joining, what was the position?
on which see, that's what I'm saying, that when it comes to ranking and ratings,
Yeah.
as a sports writer, if I'm ranking the best sports shows in Ghana, I am going to use a criteria. I'm going to use a criteria to do it.
Okay.
So if you see that, oh, somebody has done a ranking, read the criteria
Of the
Use.
ranking.
and see, because
Which is something you didn't state though.
you mentioned go efficient.
It wasn't part of.
No, I'm
what-
saying that when
Yes.
you were making your arguments against the Saudi Pro League, you mentioned go efficient.
Yes.
The go efficient, it is something, it is a system by UEFA. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So the fact that UEFA decide to categorize their goals because of the ranking of the countries in the Champions League, you can't say that, okay, so if you score a goal in Africa, if you score one goal in Ghana Premier League, if you score 2 goals in Ghana Premier League, it is 1 in England. That is a flawed argument.
Okay.
Because if it was FIFA who introduced a goal efficient, that one, you know that it is a global thing. But UEFA cannot introduce something and you
For it to
use
work.
that as your criteria to judge the rest of the world, because football is not controlled by UEFA. So the Saudi Pro League, and I'm repeating it again, it might drop if Ronaldo leaves. As for that one, we don't know. But for me, based on
But there is a precedent, so
based on
we can agree that it will drop.
Which is what?
Italian Serie A.
Italian Serie A, it didn't drop because of Ronaldo. You see, Serie A's problem is money. All their stars left. Not only Ronaldo. Serie A's problem is money.
There's no money to keep them there.
There is no money. So right now, if any star is rising, quick, the Premier League or La Liga will come and then
Quickly.
plug the person. The recent one, AC Milan, Tijani Reinders, fantastic footballer, getting all the headlines. Where is he now? Manchester City. So how will the rest of the world still be watching your league when the star that they saw
Has left. You know what? It's going to get tensions. There's way more questions to be asked, but fortunately or unfortunately, I have to go on a commercial break. So let me say a quick thank you to my sponsors. This has been Baker and Banter. I'll see you soon.